We're starting off with we like Seigo, which is a 12th century Japanese poet, and we had read things from the Shinko Kinsu, and now there's another collection called Senzaishu. I'll try to pick up some other poems. And these are from wakapoetry.net. Waka is the word they used before haiku. He says he's one of the four giants of waka, and that his reputation has been consistently high since the 12th century. He's admired by Basho. Anyways, I'm going to read a poem. And naturally it would start about cherry blossoms or blossoms. Poem 69, O Sinabeti. 'Tis all the same, blossoms in profusion everywhere, and on every mountain's edge white clouds hang.
I like this one, a copy of that.
Read it again. 'Tis all the same, blossoms in profusion everywhere, and on every mountain's edge white clouds hang. Now, white clouds can symbolize in Buddhism the illusionary world just hanging about, right?
They're both illusions.
Yeah, they're all illusions. Yeah, but remember the moon is enlightenment, so it's not all illusion. But anyways, the next poem is 267, which I don't know who numbered them. O Vokatata no. All around me, countless dewdrops, what might they portend, when those which fall upon my sleeve are tears? All around me, countless dewdrops, what might they portend, when those which fall upon my sleeve are tears? It's very emotional.
Can you tell me the previous one? I like to write it.
I said it was 69.
I'm going to write it.
I can get it for you. You want me to read it again?
Oh, send it to me.
I'll send it. I can't now. I'm working. We're at the Poetry Center. Here we are. We're reading Saigyo, 12th century poet. We're poem 516. It says, when he was traveling after leaving the world, he composed this on seeing the moon over the sea. He says, Wata no Fara. He says, across the wide sea sweep, from afar, the waves come one by one. When the capital I left, that is the moon I saw. He says, across the wide sea sweep, from afar, the waves come one by one. When the capital I left, that is the moon I saw. It seems we're slow to understand it. At least I am. Poem 603 says, when the monk Saigyo, a fellow pilgrim, became ill around autumn time, seeing he had not long to live, Saigyo composed. He says, Moro tomo ni. Together have we gazed and gazed again upon the autumn moon. To do it alone will be sad indeed. I guess he's sad over his friend. Poem 605. In reply now. In kono yo niti. In this world, to never meet again. From the sadness, one on the path is sick at heart. In this world, to never meet again. From the sadness, one on the path is sick at heart. Poem 875. he says, Shira Zariki, I did not know from the clouds' far side came the moon, white in my sleeves to find its lodging. I did not know from the clouds' far side came the moon, white in my sleeves to find its lodging. Now he says, Afu tu misi. Meeting you I saw within a dream that night, and woke not, the long sleeps painful yet. Meeting you I saw within a dream that night, I woke not, the long sleep is painful yet. Poem 928. Mono mo fidon mil. Deep in thoughts of love and not suffering, someone there must be. Yet this pitiful state does seem to be my fate. That's a nice poem. Deep in thoughts of love and not suffering, someone there must be. There, someone, not suffering, someone there must be. Yet this pitiful state does seem to be my fate. I don't know. Does that make sense? Not suffering. Complicated. It's complicated. Poem 929 from the Senzaishu of Saigyo. Nagiki toto toti. What grieves me so? The moon? When sunk in thought, it is a pretense text. It is a pretext for my tears, I think. What grieves me so? The moon? When sunk in thought, it is a pretext for my tears, I think. He's awfully emotional, this totally enlightened monk. How could he be emotional over the moon?
He cried a lot.
He cries. Anyways, after he left the world, he saw blossom by the Sira River and composed. After he had left the world, that means he had retired from the city to be a monk. He's like a hermit. Anyways, Tiru wo midi. Falling flowers I'd not see, but head home, that is my feeling. Yeah, that is, head home, that is my feeling. The cherry blossoms, how different was my past, reveal perhaps. It says here, falling flowers I'd not see. Oh, maybe before he wouldn't have seen them, but head home, that is my feeling. The cherry blossoms, how different was my past, reveal perhaps. Seems these translations.
We do our laundry today.
These translations are a little broken. Yeah, we could, dear, but I gotta finish 2 more poems. 1 more, 2 more. Okay, we're gonna do 1231. It says Wasi no Yama, composed in the conception of the Zura section, something that would do with the Lotus Sutra. Upon the Mount of Eagles, the moon shines down, seeing it a man, 'tis lost in darkness within his heart. Is this the Jura section of the Lotus Sutra? Wasi no Yama. Upon the Mount of Eagles, the moon shines down. Seeing it a man is lost in darkness within his heart. Has to do with Buddhism. The last poem is 1278. After he had left Mount Tagano, he went to Futamigara in the province of Ishi, and hearing that the sacred mountain in the grand shrine was called the Mountain of the Divine Way, he composed this, feeling that Tanichi Yare had manifested there. Fugaku Iriti. If to the heights of the divine way one were to tread, still with naught above, the peak 'twould be the pine tree wind that blows. Very cosmic. He says, for poem 1278, Fukaku Iriti. If to the heights of the divine way one were to tread, still with naught above the peak, 'twould be the pine tree wind that blows.
It would be what?
The pine tree wind that blows. Still with naught above the peak, 'twould the pine tree wind that blows. Oh, difficult translation. Anyway, we're reading from wakapoetry.net. From Saigyo, reading the senzaishu. We read some poems from a master of waka poetry, which Basho also liked him. All right, that's the end of the lesson.